Hi everyone, it's Cindy. It is July 7th and I'm back for an update. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I hope everybody's been well. It's been a minute. I've been super busy with a lot of things, but we'll get to the life update later at the end. I'm gonna show you what I've been working on. As everybody knows, summer is not my big stitching season. Although I am keeping up with it, I'm doing the best I can. And I'm going to show you what I've been working on. The first thing that I've been working on, of course, sunflower seeds by Stitching with the Housewives. Priscilla, like, how do you have time to do all of this? They do like 1, 2, or 3 patterns a week. I don't know how. I can't keep up. But anyway, I did finish sunflower seeds because everybody knows I love my sunflowers. And you can see I finished sunflowers and I started farm fresh eggs. And don't they look all pretty? Even on that one piece, they're so pretty. And I do have a plan to finish them. And this is Farm Fresh. Oh, that's the one I'm working on right now. Super pretty. I love these designs. And of course, there's a million more I want to do, but time. We all have that issue, but time. The next thing that I worked on, and this I consider like probably my 10-year project, is Eyes on the Sparrow by Heartstring Samplery. And I added a couple of little pieces, not a lot. I added a bird and this little squirrel. It looks like a squirrel to me, but I added a couple little vignettes and I did this little guy over here. So I did pull it out and work on it. Listen. It's a beautiful piece, and I work full time. I don't have 40 hours to stitch a week like a lot of people. I just don't. I don't have that kind of time. Now, the next piece that I worked on, let me show you that. And I'm sorry, I'm bending over and doing things. I have been stitching an ornament every month this year to give away. Not for me, to give away. And I know a lot of people are doing like Jolly July or Christmas in July or one of those things. I'm not quite sure what it was, but I have stitched Prairie Schooler. And I think it's called Up on the Housetop or Up on the Rooftop, one of those things. It's Prairie Schooler. And what I did is I took one of the houses in the piece and I stitched an ornament. This is June's ornament. And I put it on this black wood tag that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and on the back it says Cindy's Cross Stitch. And I just added a little gingham ribbon. So if you would like this ornament, in the comments below, just put Christmas house. If you want this, put Christmas house. I will be pulling that in a couple weeks. I'm a couple weeks behind because life. And I do want to say, on my last video, I announced the winner of May's ornament. And she said she was excited to win it, but I never got your email. I never got your snail mail address. Maybe you sent the email, I didn't get it. I sent you 2 messages. My email is below. Please send me your address. I want to mail this beautiful piece out to you. I know you're excited. And I'm not saying you didn't send it because it could have gone to spam. I don't know. Just put winner of ornament in your subject and I'll be looking for that. But I didn't get it, and I'm not saying it wasn't sent, but I have it for you and I want to mail it out. And this was in the 2013 Just Cross Stitch ornament issue. And it was a little house needleworks, and it's actually this one in here. And I just picked a vignette again and just updated it a little to how I wanted it and finished it. There's Swarovski crystals in here, but of course they don't come up on camera. So you're the winner. Please get back to me. I want to send that out. And that is what I've been working on. I told you, not a lot of stuff. I have every day. This time of year, I'm in a new home in a new state, and I built two gardens, flowers, and I have beds and planters, and I literally work on this every day and every week, and I add more every week as I get paid, and it's just a labor of love. I love my garden, and there's a beautiful footage of the garden, and then I put a second update for today. Sorry, my shirt is like, there we go. I put another update for today. Everything's getting big. The sunflowers are getting really, really tall. My blanket flowers, and I'm gonna show you these blanket flowers. They're beautiful, they're perennials, they come up every year. They got really tall and they bloomed, and there's like dozens of these in a big planter I have by my driveway. And I'm gonna show you, once all of the leaves, I just clipped these today, all the leaves, once they fall off, you get like all of these little fuzzy balls. Look at the colors, even that's beautiful. And I tied them with twine. I'm gonna hang them upside down. I'm gonna dry them out. And all of these seeds, I'm gonna give away. And that'll be in a future video, so I'm gonna include pictures. I'm gonna include a picture right here of what these blanket flowers looks like. They're beautiful. They're yellows and oranges, and they're gorgeous, and I love them. I truly, truly love them. What have I purchased? Really not much. Just garden stuff, and nobody wants to really see that, but I did go to Hobby Lobby the other day because the ornament I made, these wooden tags here, these are purchased at Hobby Lobby. They come 2 in a pack, and they're $2.99. So you can get them on sale if you could catch that sale. And I do want to tell you something about Hobby Lobby. When you go in, right, they don't have the 40% coupon anymore. But if whatever you see you want is not on sale this week, it'll be on sale the next week. They rotate the weeks. Just A week and B week. A, B, A, B. So if it's not on sale, it'll be on sale next week. So they have, of course, all of their fall stuff and Christmas stuff. And you know, when you walk into that store, they have all that smelly potpourri. That stuff absolutely makes me sick. The smell is just toxic. But anyway, they got all their smelly stuff out. But anyway, I went in there and I booked in and booked out. But what I did get is I got this little ceramic red truck, duh. I'm thinking of this. This is just a pic that I put in. It's super cute. It was only $6.99, and you can get these when they're on sale. Look for the sale. And it came red, white, and another color. And I got red because red could be 4th of July. It could be Valentine's Day. It could be Christmas. Red fits in, like you could see, in the color scheme in the back there. Red, white, and blue. This could go in there. But I wanted to show you that if you're looking for a little ceramic red truck, it's not too big. Hobby Lobby. And hopefully that tip of on sale, off sale, on sale, off sale, that helps you out a little bit. It's a lot of people are not happy about that no more coupon. I'm gonna include what I do. This past week, it was the 4th of July in the United States. My son has been here, sorry my shirt. He's been here for about a month. He's gonna be moving an hour and a half away from me. We're moving him this Saturday. He starts his job on Monday, and he's going to Asheville, North Carolina, and I absolutely love that area. It's only an hour and a half away from me. and I have loved every minute that he's been here with his dog. His dog's name is Grandpa, and I'll include a picture right here of Grandpa. And of course, the dog, oh my gosh, we walk him in the morning and at night. He has so much energy. And you have to walk him for like an hour, hour and a half. It's not a 5-minute walk. We take him to all these parks. My son has been exploring trails, and we've had so much fun. And I'm gonna include pictures of that. On the 4th of July, we actually went over to the state of Virginia in Marion, and we went to a lake and a park, and they have trails, and I went paddle boarding for the first time. And it looks harder than it is. It is super easy. And we went across that lake twice. No, I did not fall in the water one time. I had pretty good balance. I am very active, and you know, as a teenager and stuff, I played softball and stuff like that. So definitely sports in the blood, but we had so much fun paddle boarding. And I'll include pictures at the end. And that's the first time I ever paddle boarded. My son treated me to that, and he'll have that memory that he taught his mom to go paddle boarding. So on top of all of that, he moved here for a month for his transition, and now we're moving him this Saturday. I'm actually starting a new job today. And I was only at my other job less than 3 months. They hired 12 people, and 7 people left before me. I was number 8 out of 12. There was a lot of things wrong. I wasn't gonna hang around for any more lies and just not honesty, and there was just so much wrong there. And a woman I met at that job actually got another job, and I checked it out, and I'm going to be working with her again. And the good news is I'm making $5 more an hour, so I'm super excited about that. I work from home, and I'm actually waiting for my equipment to come. I was supposed to start 9 a.m. this morning, but the equipment didn't get here because of the holiday. And they're fine with that. They're like, when you get it, so give us a call. Great company. She's been there 3 weeks already, so she's already given me a lot of feedback. So I'm hoping this is a new beginning. So a lot of new beginnings, a lot of transition for both me and my son. So I start today my job, and he starts Monday his job. And I'm so happy he's going to be an hour and a half away, so I will be going there all the time. And I know a couple of you are in Asheville, and I will reach out to you when I have time. I'm moving this Saturday, but when I go back on my next trip, I'm definitely going to meet up with one of you for lunch, because I've been talking to you about this for a while. And I'm just, it's been a busy summer. This is my favorite time of year. And although I don't get much stitching in because of everything going on and transitioning and new job and hours I've been working, it's just been a whole whirlwind. But I love everything I'm doing. I love the gardens to getting big, and I have plans in my mind of all the gardening I want to do. So I'm excited about that. I'll be adding more next year, and I love it here. I've settled in, and the flower garden and the sunflowers are huge. They're getting big, and I posted 2 really good videos with tons of pictures of everything. And for those of you that enjoy it, I think you'll really like this update. Until we meet again, everyone, happy stitching and happy summer. The growing of the garden. This is where my mailbox is. I'm going to bring you in. You can see how good all the flowers are growing in here. I'm going to take you over to the other planter. In this planter, you got your petunias and stuff, and I planted 1 sunflower seed. It's going to be so big in this planter. It's going to look awesome. Let's look at how big it is. Those are the 2 front planters. I'm going to show you the front garden on the right. This is the right. This is some zinnias that I picked up at the store. They were $2 each. I couldn't resist. I'm going to be putting these in a big planter, but look how pretty they are. $2. You can't beat it. Just soil alone costs more than that. Over here I have more spinach growing. I got a bucket of petunias. Mr. Bunny in here. I got a couple of sunflowers growing in there. A couple more flowers growing in this planter. Down all the way on the right, you could see I have all the sunflowers growing over here. You can see that one's really big. That's right by my window where I sit and work, so gotta love that. That'll be blooming soon. These are called lily pot zinnias, and they're starting to bloom. A lot of the rabbits did eat a lot of my zinnias, so I had to replant, but they're growing and they're starting to bloom. Over here, more zinnias are still growing. We got more sunflowers. Back on there, those are morning glories. They will be flowering soon. They're growing. All of these in the garden were started from seed. There's my first sunflower. It bloomed yesterday. That is an autumn burst sunflower. Beautiful. This is the butterfly bush, and this I did purchase. I didn't grow this from seed. Got more zinnias, chicken. That's growing. Bird feeders. More sunflowers are growing. More zinnias. More sunflowers dancing in the wind. Back in the pots, I have more lettuce growing. This is the second growing of lettuce. I finished the first, eating all that. These are blanket flowers, and they're growing in this brick planter. As you can see, I have sunflowers I started in pots, so that when the first crop goes, I can replant again. And look at this. The blanket flowers are beautiful. I grew these from seed. They're really tall. I got my petunias back on the hanger there. I'll show you how tall they are. They're really tall. Super happy. This comes back every year. It is a perennial. And then down over here. Now on the right, you could see that is the brick planter with the blanket flowers, but between my driveway, they had put this old telephone pole, and there was just a little space. So what I did, of course, is I planted a ton of sunflowers. So this is at the edge of one of my driveways. Look, they're dancing. The sunflowers are dancing. So pretty. Love the sunflowers. They're getting tall. They'll be blooming soon. In the back and on the side, I planted tomato plants in pots. And they're so big. That was just a PVC pipe that was in my basement to stake it. Let me see if I could get a better picture. The sun is really bright. That's much better. And you could see it's in back of the sunflowers here. And these are all in pots, people. Grew these from seed. I just put in 2 seeds in each pot. And actually, in the bigger pots, 2 plants came up, so I took those out and put the 2 smaller plants in here. I do have to get bigger pots for these sunflowers. I mean, these tomato plants. They're doing very well. All different varieties. Now I'm bringing you in close and see if I can see if there's a baby tomato already on there. There's the baby tomato right there. There are a ton of flowers. There'll be a lot of fruit on these plants. I do want to let you know, you can buy a big pot. Soil is important. Just get really good soil. And you're going to see your tomato plants grow. And I'm just stepping back a little. I got my sunflowers there. Now this I bought at Tractor Supply. I'm waiting for 2 bigger planters to come, and they're just very late in the season. So back there we have our cucumbers growing, and as you can see I got that to grow up. I actually just put this in fence where they could wire up and grow for the cucumbers. I got kale, and these in the front are beets. I got a sunflower there, and a sunflower over there. I always try and put flowers in the bed. Right next to that, we got the Rose of Sharon bush growing. It's getting bigger. You could see the buds. This is purple. It's going to be so pretty. It's small now, but they get big. And then over here is the other garden bed. And I did put grass clippings as a mulch. This will decompose and go into the soil, which is very good. When I can, I just add something natural. I don't have a compost bin yet, and I'm just one person, so I really don't have a whole lot of compost. But I do what I can to add to the soil. You can see I got all the sunflowers growing. Got more sunflowers. Got nasturtiums, those are really small. Different varieties of sunflowers here. Got the chickens, and of course more sunflowers down here. Now in this bucket, because like I said, I did have a lot of rabbits eating all my zinnias, so I did do a planter. And we got balloon flowers. These are purple, these are pink blue flowers. That's zinnias, that won't come back next year, but these will. And so will coneflowers, they'll come back next year, and it's just pretty in the garden. It does add. Do have the foxglove still growing back here. And if you look, this is the way it looks from the back. You got the side garden all the way up. I do have a very huge yard. That is a back view there. Up on the carport, you could see I got a big galvanized tin. I got zinnias and sunflowers. All flowers are growing in there. I planted those later after all my zinnias got eaten. So they're growing good, and they'll be blooming a little later. Got my rosemary, got my oregano, sage, peppermint, spearmint, all in my tins there. Got that little birdhouse that I just got. I don't know where I'm putting that yet, so I kind of just put that there. Next to the side garden in this area, I'm going to be growing an no-dig garden. I definitely have plans for the area. Does take money, so a little bit at a time. All these bricks I laid myself. I put in all these gardens, the front gardens, this whole back side garden. I put in everything myself this year. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Back over here, I planted blackberry, blueberry, and raspberry bushes. They're starting to grow and get big. These were little twigs when I got them, so they are growing. And look how tiny this raspberry bush is, but there's fruit on it. Got little raspberries, and they're growing. And over here, this is a Jersey blueberry bush, and you can see you got fruit on these bushes, pretty much a lot of fruit, and they'll grow. These I did buy. I did not grow these from seeds, but I did buy. My backyard is huge. It's huge. I mean, this goes all the way up. I wish I had the money for a high tower, wind tunnel. I mean, there's so many different things you could put in. And I will be working on that a little bit at a time, piece by piece. I've been working on it since I got here. So I really do. Pretty much every paycheck, I do add a little bit. I did want to give you a front view again. Garden, oh, the garden. I love the garden, I really do. I am out here every day. I don't stitch a lot in this season because I am always tending to the garden taking care of it, expanding on it. And I do want to let you know, just try something in a pot. Lettuce is so good in the pot. I mean, me and my son ate all the lettuce. I had 3 different ones growing. I'm waiting for my bigger bins to come so I could start planting in them, and little by little I'll be expanding more and more and more. But I did a lot this year, and when I look at what I did, it's pretty amazing. I hope everybody is having a great summer and enjoying the weather out there. I know it's hot in some areas, but it is summertime. And I am gonna leave you with a great photo. It is sunny out. Look at that beautiful sunflower. This is the first one that bloomed, and more will be blooming soon. And right above that is, of course, big butterfly on the house. Till we meet again, everyone, happy stitching and happy gardening. Hi everyone, it's July 7th, and I'm going to be adding this video on. It's only been a week, but everything is getting so big. This is the front planter mailbox. All the flowers are getting big. I'm going to show you the other planter on the left. Look at how big the sunflower is getting. It's so tall. This is the other planter. It's amazing in such a short time how big that sunflower has gotten. I'm going to take you over to the front garden on the right. Everything is filling out. I got new flowers growing in that pot. Butterfly. There's sunflowers in there growing. The petunias. Look at all the sunflowers are getting so tall and big. The zinnias are starting to bloom. Bring you down in there. Look at that. So much is growing. Got marigolds back there growing. Lettuce in the pots. I added another pot here. You got zinnias and coneflowers. It's so pretty. Got the butterfly bush getting big and blooming. Whereas the zinnias are starting to really grow. And look at how everything's vined up for the morning glories. The sunflowers. Zinnias. Look at how tall that sunflower is. These 2 windows, that's where I sit. That's my desk area. We got more sunflowers down here. More zinnias. Got a lot of lily pads, and look at all these sunflowers. They'll be blooming soon. We're gonna go down to the left side. Look at all the blanket flowers in their glory, completely bursting all over the place with color. It's amazing. Look. And they got really, I don't know if they're supposed to get this tall, but they're this tall. Got my petunias up there in the hanging basket, but look at this. Look at how beautiful they are. I got more sunflowers growing in the pots. They're even getting big. And I'm going to give you a shot of my sunflowers. They're so tall. Look at how big these sunflowers are. These should be blooming in the next couple of days or a week. Look, we got one right there. It's going to be opening up soon. Look how pretty that is. And all the tomato plants are behind the sunflowers. Let's take a look at that. We got all the tomato plants getting really big. You've got tomatoes growing all over the plants. Can you see down in here? And these were planted on Memorial Day by seed. In the pots, they're growing great in the pots. all getting very big. Lots of flowers on them. Tons of fruit will be produced on these plants. And this is the back of the sunflowers. And these are where I put the potted tomato plants. As you know, I just started my garden this year, and I decided to plant in pots because I wanted tomatoes, and it's doing really well. Very happy with what's going on there. They're all growing. Over here, the cucumbers are getting bigger. You got beets, and got a couple sunflowers in there. This is the Rose of Sharon. It's getting big. If you look close, you can see all those buds will be blooming into flowers soon. And this garden on the side of the house, look at how big all the sunflowers are getting. Oh yes, it's my favorite time of year. Big, tall. This other bucket. You got cone flowers, zinnias, balloon flowers. They're beautiful. Up in my planter, you could see how big all of the zinnias are getting, and sunflowers. That's going to be beautiful in a couple of weeks. Got my rosemary and oregano and sage and peppermint and all that good stuff in there. And here is a view going all the way back. It's growing well. On that note, I hope you enjoyed this garden update. Until we meet again, everyone, happy stitching.